What's up, guys? Welcome back for another weekly video for April 25th. All right, last week was somewhat crazy, but this week I think we're gonna have some freaking fireworks here because we have all this big tech reporting like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Apple, and Facebook. I think one of them going to be the next Netflix, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll go over the chart and we'll see what's up. And then economic calendar wise, nothing really important except for the GDP here, you know. So that's something to watch out on Thursday. And then the uncertainty right now, to be honest, is the same thing. This week, basically nothing much probably going to change. The Fed, I think they're going to go into silent for the whole week until May 4th, right? And whether or not they're going to be bluffing or not, some people still say it on YouTube. I still see videos like the Fed is just bluffing. Is it jawboning? Yeah. So basically, we'll see what happened. But the market last week didn't think so. Evidence. We went to a big sell off last week, and then Putin. I mean, right now they're doing well in East Ukraine. We'll see what happened here, but I'm not sure what's gonna go. Are they gonna go have a peace talk now? We'll see what happened, but that's maybe a good thing. But I still want Ukraine to take back, whatever. And then China. I mean, COVID. I think is getting better. We haven't heard anything in the headline. We'll see what happened. And then inflation is just peaking. We'll see what happened until the CPI slow down, then we'll see what happened. But right now, I think the next thing I'm focusing on is demand destruction. This week, on Friday, yesterday I went out. Traffic was light, like you could actually see it. Like the street where I live is connected to the freeway. Usually it's packed around 4 something, and it wasn't. So that's one thing. And then traffic on the highway too, somewhat lower. So at this point, I see traffic compared to 2 weeks ago, is much lower. And then the demand, I did went around at night a little bit. I didn't stay long enough to see, but the time somewhat, I don't know. And then last week, 2 weeks ago, last week, oh my God, last week I went to a restaurant, and guess what? They charged me a freaking in Chinatown. They charged me a freaking credit card fee. So basically, I you know what? This is bullshit. That demand destruction right there. Because we already pay for inflation. Now in Chinatown, they don't usually pay taxes there. But why don't you just tell me, hey, yo, I'll pay cash. I'll give them my credit card. 3 people, like $90 in Chinatown, like for 4 meal for four dishes. So it's quite expensive already, and now they charge you the card fee, which it's sneaky. So I kind of started a short on American Express on Friday too. So I'm watching the demand destruction. So that's, I think, it's a sign. So I'm gonna start to go out and look at night, because right now all I see the spending, it's just young people like college kid or newly graduate kid 25 or below. They're still going out and they spend, but I think the price gonna hit them. So basically right now that's what I'm worried about the most. I want to see that, because that's gonna confirm, and then I'm gonna be going in heavy on the shorting part. COVID, this next one, I mean, is we'll see what happened. I mean, at this point is not significant right now, but I think by the end of the year, so we'll see, during the cold season, we'll see what's gonna happen. And then basically, I guess this week, to be honest, the main thing that's gonna move the stock market is the earning. So basically, let's go to the chart, okay? So the SPY, I mean, last week, the Thursday and Friday, look at that crazy shit. But on Tuesday we have Netflix earning, right? And then Wednesday we actually gap up in some way in the morning, and then we didn't do bad. And then we gap up again on Thursday, which is weird. After actually Thursday, that's when Jerome Powell come out, right? But the thing is, if you look at this technically, right, you could see this. Let me go to the 6-minute chart. This explain it, right? Because right now, See, the main thing, like people was expecting this, right? The inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. In developing, if we move above this, we have possible invert head and shoulder, right? So a lot of people were expecting, if we go above this level right here, you know, that means we're gonna move up back up here. So basically, I think a lot of people who got in at this level right here on Wednesday and Thursday got trapped, and then when they go down below this level, they have to sell. That's why, you know, all this selling here. So that's the thing. Like you look into this, right? So this right here on on Wednesday, it's kind of went higher, right? And then on Thursday, it gapped up also. So a lot of people got in. And then, man, the selling, dude, just seriously, in the last like 30 minutes, last hour of this, look at the volume. It's crazy, you know. And also, if you look at the volume, that's somewhat significant, right, compared to this last few weeks here, you know. So at this point, the SPY, and like I said, like last week I said we're gonna go down, and this is where we're gonna hit. We kind of shot up below, and then we also broke this uptrend line here too. So basically, at this point, the invert head and shoulder, I don't think it's gonna play out. So this week, to be honest, depend how good the earning gonna be. I think we're gonna be, if we do bad, we might challenge this low. If Apple do bad, Microsoft do bad, you know, those possibly gonna. I don't think Amazon gonna do bad. I think Apple gonna do bad. So we might be just stay in this area here. We're not. I don't think we're gonna break this low, but that might be resolved for the following week. You know, the Fed on May 4th, where they're gonna. I think they're gonna go at least 0.5. Worst case scenario 0.75. So we'll see what happens. But at this point, I think we're gonna stay in this range. This level right here, or maybe below this level. You know, right now this become resistant, become well, support become resistant now. So, and look at this, right? If you're gonna draw the line here, I draw this line, and then, you know, I make a copy of this line. So projection, right, from here down here, look exactly to this point. So, you know, everything is, for some reason, everything seems like set up like perfectly, like in the technical way, you know. But when you combine technical and somewhat fundamental, the news base, you have pretty much a play out. So at this point, that's the projection. The projection from this breakdown here, this is, to me, this is Z formation. I mean, people call whatever they call, you know, you could make a name. So down to here, and then, you know, down here. Depend how you're gonna do projection. Some people do projection from down here to up there, but that's how I see it. See, one line. So you could do it here, you know, or you could put it right here. That's continuation. So it's reached perfectly to this level. Just so you know, that's the thing with these kind of stuff. It's technical. They say they might not work, but it does. I don't use the other indicator, but I just use like trend line, support level, and then, you know, extrapolation, like this kind of stuff, projection. So that's it. I don't use, like, I look at the MACD and other stuff. They are lacking indicator. But just so you know, so at this point, that's SPY, and you know the reason, you know, if you want to see the technical. So basically, you know, this sell offer here was basically bear trap. They got a bull trap. The bull got in here, and then they got trapped, and they got sold off. So they just have to sell out, and then a bunch of new sellers come in at this point. So that's the thing. We have new seller coming in, and then people who got trapped, they sold their shit. So it kind of pushes down, and then the volume is somewhat significant to the downside. Okay, so basically, that's what the SPY happened last week. And like I said, it's probably going to be, we're going to stay in this region here. I don't think we're going to ram up anywhere. We might go up here and test this high, this low, and then we might go back down. So we'll see what happened. Okay, because the earning, I think, the starting on Tuesday. All right, and let's go to let's go to the QQQ. QQQ is like kind of bad, right? It's already went down. It did not have any like uptrend line to support this. So basically, this is where it's gonna go. And then projection wise, you know what? It might go down to all the way down here if it breaches this level. So next week, if we do bad, I think, if the tech sector do bad, the big tech do bad, we might make a new low here. So QQQ might be the leading indicator for next week. Dow Jones was good, and look at this. They make a high here, which is worse, right? See, when this is what happened, right? When they make a high, a bunch of people probably jump into this, and then man, the sell off here. The volume is not significant, but still, this would have been valid, right? Invert head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. They just started to form right here, up here, but then boom, man, it just got destroyed, annihilated. IWM, man, look at this, right? I was expecting to break down like that because look at this. This is a rising channel in some way, right? Rising wedge, rising channel, and then we go to weekly here. This is bad. Look at that. Distribution, we went up, right? Up, and then we distribution for like nearly a year. Last year was all distribution, and then beginning of this year we start to breaking down this whole trend line. We tested again, and now we start making low. We possibly next week, I think we might by May 4th, I think we're gonna make a low, and then if we do the projection, we might reach down 140, 150, 140. You know, in the next like 3 to 4 months. So that's what I see here. So small cap gonna get slaughtered, and then they are somewhat of a leading indicator at this point. So you could see that, right? Breakdown, you know, trap, same thing. They all set up a trap, and then man, when it go below this, broke, and then this broke down under. All right, and then the Dow Jones Transportation, they did actually pretty good. They bounced all the way back, but the thing is that bounce all the way back like this from down here to up here. This is probably 50% to 61%, which is bearish in some way, and now it's moving down. And then the selling here on that day, I guess it's on Wednesday though, or it's sold off on Wednesday. The volume is significant, and then the move down on Thursday and Friday here. The Friday didn't, you know, it held up kind of decent. I'm not sure, maybe that Thursday and Friday. This chart in some way, for some reason on the weekend, they kind of screwed up. Anyway, yeah. So the transportation did better than what it was compared to the last few weeks. All right, and then bond, man, the bond prices is just tanking, and that's increase the yield, and that affecting gold and all that shit too. So right now we'll see how far we're gonna go down. I mean, at this point we might continue to go down, but it's kind of toppy at this point. Not toppy, but like bottom in some way. And then junk bond finally make a lower low here. All right, so that's also, I think that's leading. And then the dollar is strong, because of the increased rate. So I guess dollar move up, and that's destroy kind of gold and shit, gold with the yield. So right now this is not good for the company. A small company, big company especially, right, overseas. All right, and then gold got like kind of whacked last week because I guess the dollar and the yield, the bond yield. So we'll see, but it's still in the uptrending, and until it break below this level, then we'll see what happens. But right now it's still uptrend. I think in the long run, into September is still going to be good. Silver on the other hand, I didn't think it was too bullish then, but like, oh man, it's got murder in some way, mug, bro. So like, look at that shit. All right, not too good. Oil is still in some way uptrend, even though it's broke this level, but however it went over. This is like a symmetrical triangle now, and then it's broke above this downtrend line. Now we're going to test, if anything, test this. I hope thing is going to hold. I have to draw this out. This is more like a short-term trend line. We probably have something else if we draw it out. Okay, yeah, that's a short-term. This is long-term. It's going to be around somewhere. So I think if we have the oil, something they're going to do in Europe, I forgot the word, but that might move the price forward. The VIX, right? The VIX last week when we did the VIX, it was weird. It didn't move at all. And then the last 2 days, Thursday and Friday, this is a mistake. Thursday and Friday, it just rammed up like crazy. So right now, that in some way signal the fear right now. People are trying to buy in, right? And then Europe, at this point, Europe may move back down here. Look at that. How they obey this downtrend line. They move up to this high. Well, the 50-day moving average too, and then now it's just moved back. So I think by it's going to challenge this low. If it's break the downtrend line here, let me draw that shit. Let me put that shit down. All right, so if we're going to break down this, we see potential of $32 within a few months from now. At this point, we'll see. All right, and then we get to the big tech here. Microsoft going to be earning next week, right? So at this point, it didn't look too good, but I think Microsoft going to still do okay at this point. We'll see. Let me take a weekly. Whew. I guess it probably break the downtrend line here. I didn't draw it. You know what? Let's see if it break. I don't think it break. Oh yeah, you know what? In some way, this short-term trend line, that might be other trend line. But yeah, you know what? Right now, it's still hell at this point. How I don't think it's gonna move big, if anything. At this point, Microsoft, I think still bullish on Microsoft. Google, oh man, it's already broke. So Google advertisement and all that stuff, I mean, that might be somewhat affected. I think by next quarter, I think that's going to be a problem. And look at that distribution here. Let's take a look at the weekly here. 2000. It kind of broke the short-term trend line here, uptrend line. It's breaking down right now. Yeah, we'll see what happened. But at this point, we'll see. But it's already broke down below this. So if anything, if it does move back up, I think they have to test the 250 here. And well, right here too. So might be some problem. I wouldn't go long for Google. If anything, I'll play the short side on this. All right. And then let me see here. Apple is still strong, but I think Apple will get killed here because the thing is, this is discretionary. You know, we start have inflation like last quarter, right? So I think this gonna be affected. People are not gonna buy this thing, but except for young people, we don't know. They're willing to pull out the credit card. So anything, I mean, if they do good this quarter, next quarter definitely is gonna be bad. So at this point, I think if anything, they're gonna be doing like they might do okay, but the forecast might be bad. And right now they look one of the strongest. Like Apple and Tesla are still the chart wise, they look really good. Like this is probably a 60%, 61% pullback, 50%. So at this point, it's still somewhat bullish. You know, it's breakout. But I think it's the next Netflix. Apple might be the next Netflix. All right. And then we have NVDA. It's not on the earning, but you know, it's a big tech. It's already broke down below here. It look like Google. So it's going down. Semiconductor. Okay. Tesla reported last week. See, that's the thing, right? Tesla reported last week. The earning was really good, but yet it went negative. So Netflix did really bad. That's an omen, right? Tesla did well, and yet the market did not reward it. So that's another omen right there too, right? I should have put in that. I did put in that in a different paper, but I forgot. Yeah. So Tesla is also a sign. Even though if you do good, like I say, like even though if Google do good, they might not run up a lot. Like you know, it might just challenge this thing, and then might not go that high up. So there is no point at this point to play long right now with these big tech. Amazon, I think right now the spending are still okay. So I don't think it's gonna be that bad yet for Amazon. But the next quarter, unionize and all that crap, possibly. I think the next quarter, like all these things, gonna be a problem. So we'll see how they do this quarter. But I'm thinking I'm possibly going to be shorting next quarter. So instead of shorting these things, maybe I'll short the SPY next quarter. You know, instead of going to big tech, it's too expensive to short. Even using you know, option. Facebook, man, I think Facebook is gonna get killed. So Facebook also the next Netflix here, because Snapchat didn't do that well, especially due to Russia, right? So Facebook has a lot of like Russian too, like Instagram and all that stuff. If they lose that much user base, because they, you know, like the sentiment over there is bad for Western America company, right? So I think they're gonna get mugged. They're gonna be the Netflix too. So Facebook gonna be the next Netflix also. I think Apple possible. But Facebook is probably the next Netflix. And look at Netflix, man. This chart is just, man. If you watch the last week video, right, I say this gap down here was the beginning, because look at this, right? If you look at the weekly, this distribution, the distribute for the whole year last year, it went up without any volume at all, right? And then boom, 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 it just got murdered. And right now, I mean, it might go down to here, 130 something, 135. It already broke this channel. Oh wow, it broke that line, huh? Yeah, it broke that support level. So I mean, at this point, I don't know. And like, look at it, like Stranger Things, 30 million per episode. That's crazy. Like Game of Thrones, like only 15 million per episode. Like, what the hell, bro? Netflix, what you doing? You know? So I don't know. I think they deserve that shit. And then next we have the financial. The financial is supposed to do well here, but they are not doing well. So I'm thinking, like, if we do go into a recession, financial will not do well. And I think this might be one of the leading indicators, silent leading indicator for recession here, because this signaling, like they make a low when, like, you know, the rate is the yield and the rate is like up. So right now, I think this is a signal, like silent signal that we don't see here. So that's what I'm thinking. And then we got to the healthcare finally crack. I told you this right here, they need to consolidate, right? And I told you, if you watch the last video, they need to consolidate. Now they're breaking down and they broke below this uptrend line here. So we'll see. And they did not hold this level either. They broke this level too. So we'll see. Right now we have the 200-day moving average. They might move sideways, but if this started going down, the whole market going to break down also. The healthcare sector, because I think that's like 12% on the SPY, I believe, 12-13%. And then utility, projection wise, it didn't go all the way up, but it's already broke down here. So at this point, oh, let's draw a trend line for this. Oh wow, it's broke the trend line, guys. So utility might be a problem also. A lot of people have been hiding in that sector, but now I think they got out last week. All right, energy kind of broke the short-term uptrend line here, but it's still intact in some way. Okay, there is a long-term outtrend line here. It's all the way out here, so we'll see what happens, and then we'll have to support the 72. But possibly we still might experience high prices on energy. Okay, with oil, because I don't think the sanctions are gonna go away anyway, right? So that's the thing. After, even if the war ended with Russia, because Russia might start some other shit with other country now too, because they already opened that, you know, Pandora box. Shit gonna happen more with Russia. I don't think Ukraine is the last one. And then this is the semiconductor is where you make a low here. So this also signaling for the tech sector, you know. So that's one thing. All right, and then that next week we have a lot of earning. I'm not gonna go all over all this thing, but like I'm going to just briefly go look through this stuff. This one I think is important because I'm not sure. I think I might play the short side, not for the earning, maybe for the earning too, because this is takeover, right? What if they don't get Microsoft couldn't take over because of monopoly, you know. So if the deal fell through, this shit gonna go way below $60, $66. It might go down to $60 or $58. So I think it's beneficial here to play the downside. If you could spend a little bit money, like maybe 1 or 2 months out, and see what happened. I'm thinking about this. It's a possible play. Hey, like I say, whatever I say is not a recommendation. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just speak my mind. It's my own perspective. So please be aware. Okay. But I think right now, I mean, the more beneficial for me to play is the downside, because right now we know if we do have, you know, if Microsoft do take it over, I think it might be like $80 some $90. compared to the downside will have much more, you know. So there are much more problem if the takeover is not going through. So that's possibly a play. Spend more amount of money, buy outside option, right? $66 option out, you know. It might be cheap. Oh, packaging here. This one, I mean, I'm looking to see, you know, demand destruction. This might tell you ahead, right? This might be leading indicator if they're not doing well. So this is something for me to watch for their guiding and all that stuff. So we'll see. So right now, I mean, I would play the upside to that, but we don't know if there is any upside left for that either. So right here, the breakout, very low volume, not much at all. So at this point, I mean, I wouldn't play this. I'm just gonna keep it on watch to see the forecast. UPS here, I don't know, downside. If anything, I'll play. This look like the downside to me. I mean, if it might go up, this might be the resistance level. Let me move that shit down. Right here, this possibly this all is gonna go up. So you know, the downside more beneficial. Just for me, this is how I see it. Weekly here, yeah, look at that distribution for one whole year, and now it's breaking. Possible. See, you break this, big long way down to go. So yeah. So I mean, if anything, I would play further out. You know what? I'm gonna play further out, like long, like maybe up to September or no October. For short for this. You know what? What I will do. You know what? That's something I will try to do. All right. Yeah, that's something to think about. Okay. 3M here. This industrial. I don't know how well to do. The thing is, the setup right here. This might be a rising wedge or rising channel, but very low in volume here. So if anything might continue to downside the Z formation. Let's take a weekly look here. Ooh, this doesn't look good. So I mean, it might continue to go down here. Look at that, up. See, up. This is bear flag right here. Continue down, and look. Imagine, right? I draw this projection down here. Guess what? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. See, you could start right here or right here. Oh man, look at that, huh? Look where it go. Da, 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 da. Look at that, just like magic, right? For some reason, this shit just happened like that, which is weird. So right now, if anything, I'll play this. Everything is short for me, I guess. But this way, you could play both sides, because if it does move up, I mean, I don't know how strong it's gonna move up. You know, like this is possible. The next resistance right here. I mean, the next resistance is right here. This gap here, gap fill first. So right now at this point, I mean, if you want to play, you could play both sides. This thing, the problem with this thing, right, it doesn't move that much during earning anyway. So further away, I think downside has more remove, but possible. You know, we'll see. We'll see. You know, I'll take a look at this weekly chart again. Ooh, you know, the volume downside here is somewhat significant to selling. The buying here, very low. I mean, it's supposed to be low volume at this point. Yeah, but I don't know. We'll check that out. I think someone is fucking doing a drying their hair. I'm doing this video, and someone doing shit outside. Okay, so you know, housing stock, I think at this point is moving down right now. So you know, let's just briefly look at this. Okay, there's something I see here with like JetBlue. JetBlue at this point right now is like, it compared to other airline right now, JetBlue is not doing well. Like other airline has already make a high, but JetBlue is stay in this range, the downtrend line here, which I'm not sure why. I don't know much about JetBlue and other airline. What's the difference between them? But JetBlue doesn't look good. So, you know, just so you know, downside play. This one, I mean, if Apple goes, this probably gonna go. This already signaled the, you know, I mean, the technical already signaled the downside to this. So possibly continue to the downside. I don't know, but yeah. And Polaris. So this is discretionary earning, right? So this is what I'm looking for. Like, I'm not gonna play this because the volume is very low with this. So I'm not sure how much. Oh, you know what? Ooh, this is 1,000 here for next week. Ooh, interesting. This for May 20th. Oh, this is call option. So some people are happy play here. But look at the weekly video here. Well, I'm sorry, weekly chart. You know what? This might break here. This is discretionary earning, and that's the thing is this is fair price. So I'm not sure. You know what? I might play in the downside. I'll play 4 out. So you know what? That's something I might think of playing. You know what? Let's take a look at the put here. Why I'm doing this with you guys? Why not? You know, you oh wow, look at this open interest here for May 20th put. That's for 100 put, right? Let's see. This video gonna be long as shit, bro. This video gonna be long. Let's look until 55 here. Okay, let me see. For June, for September, not much in September at all. This is November. No play. So June, there's still 105. Somebody already in this shit. Wow. 180 here. Somebody play 80 for June. I don't want to check the long side, the call side, guys, but whatever. But right now, to be honest, this is discretionary earning. You know, if I'm not sure who's gonna have money. And look at distributions in last year here, broke above distribution. Now it will break down, long way down to go. Only the support is right here. Once this goes below, it would go below 86. Man, the straight down, man, straight down. So yeah. We doing this shit live here with you. Yeah, man. So you know, if anything, play 4 out. Play 4 out, because I mean, if the recession or if this demand destruction is really true, it happen by September, October, it would definitely gonna show. So basically, that's how I see it. CMG right here, right now, it looks good. The chart look good. It make a high here. The downside a little bit, not a lot of volume. So I mean, at this point, like I said, the consumer is still good at this point. It's still good. I haven't seen much demand destruction yet. I will go out at night. I was supposed to go out tonight to look at it, but I'm not feeling good. So I like, you know what, I'll stay in, do this freaking video and let you guys watch it, you know, whatever. But it's good. But right now, I think they might do okay, if anything. All right, so Visa, you know, I'm shorting Express, American Express last week on Friday, but all this chart look nearly the same. Ooh, this chart doesn't look that great either. So yeah, so right now, this demand destruction, like I said, they charge me freaking credit card fee for like charging my credit card at the store. That's shady as shit. Chinatown, man, motherfucker. I'm sorry, I'm cursing, but yeah, but we'll see what happened. But at this point right now, I think by September, we'll definitely see demand destruction on credit card. So right now, I'm thinking of shorting all this credit card move here. This one, I'm not sure how well this is gonna be doing, even though this is alternative energy here. The chart doesn't look good. I'm just leave it on there. Texas Instrument, it looked better than other compared to semiconductor. It looked better than other one. So you know, it did not make a low here yet. But right now, I mean, it's already did and went back up. So I'm not sure here. Texas Instrument, it's in everything, right? All right. Capital One here, they all look the same on the credit card right now. We'll see what happened. Like I say, I'm shorting all of them. Sketcher. All right. Right now, I'm looking Sketcher. Sketcher move like really heavy on earning, so that's something you could play. At this point right now, I mean, I could like the technical doesn't. It moving up right here, it could break down. So you know, this could be a rising wedge here, a rising channel, and then just gonna break down. Yeah, we'll see. You know, down here, oh, the volume is okay. Move up. then possibly move lower. But we'll see. Right now, I mean, Skechers. If anything, if people not buying Nike, they could buy Skechers. You know, so different play, different play. So at this point, I was shorting Nike, and I'm thinking of reshorting it because I should do a separate video on it. I have my reason for that. You know, sneakerhead, bro. Short them all. All right. So Skechers, just way after earning. This one should be good, right? They should be doing well. Mondelez here. Yeah, this one, General Network. This one, Communication Network, right? This one do it very well. This chart look great, right? Like uptrend, even all with all that bad market, and this thing keep moving up. So at this point right now, this one, if anything, possible upside, possible. I don't know. I have to look into this a little bit more to make a decision here. Right now, the trend is still up. Look like it's still up. So I don't know nothing about this this company, but right now, the technical looks good. They break out right here. The breakout did not have any volume, huh? Yeah. Well, just if anything, upside for the stock, not downside. BA, I mean, BA might go with the airline here. So if anything, you know, maybe short for this. Something to watch for. Spot, man, this is sad. This is crazy. Yeah, look at that distribution for like since 2020, this whole thing, and then it's just wrapping down. I'm not sure how it might. It nearly like this the low, like since, yeah, like it went close to the low here. So at this point, I wouldn't play this at all. I'll see. It might make a new low. Yeah, with these tech company, well, kind of like entertainment, right? With interest rate going up, and just make no money, and is already in this bad downtrend line. I think it might continue to go down more, even though, you know, it's very popular with young people. So right now, I mean, it's something to watch. Hawk is something I also watch. Discretionary, okay, it's still in the downtrend line here. So if anything, downplay. I mean, if you could drive this during winter and warm, I would migrate to this because it's cheaper, right? To pay for gas, but it's not something you could do, especially in the Northeast region. So at this point, I mean, it's not that much spending, but I mean, this is definitely discretionary. So, you know, we'll see. Something to watch, you know. Craft High is moving up, so if anything, don't play it. It look kind of stressed out right now. Okay, Seagates. I mean, right now it look decent unless it's gonna break down here. I do have a position in this. I get to spread it, and I close out a get to spread, and now I guess I'm gonna get to spread it again. I try because it's basically a free trade for me again for this stock anyway. But we'll see. We'll see. It looked like it's possible to downside. It looked a little bit bullish to me, but I'm kind of scared. But it's still in this downtrend though. Unless the earnings come out bad, I'm not sure what how well it's going to be doing, how much demand is going to be need for this storage thing, but a lot of long-term distribution here. So we'll see. If it break down, big move down to go. ADP, I think this is in credit card also processing. I'm assuming. So this something possibly long-term downside. This is something for me to just watch. Ford here, man. Ford, I don't think going to do well. Yeah, the downtrend line is still here, but man, I don't know, with all this chip shortage and all this thing. I mean, people right now, I don't think they're gonna have money for it to spend to buy a new car at this point. PayPal, man. I mean, this chart look like shit. Look like Netflix, and look at this shit. That's sad. And the volume here, I mean, it's intense. The down, and this one is like huge volume down, right? And now it's already break down here, but I mean, this possibly could go even lower, to be honest. Like with this environment now with interest rate, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it does exactly, how to get the money, but right now I would not touch that shit. All right, distribution channel breakout, kind of decent volume, and then now it's consolidate. I mean, I think if Apple goes, Qualcomm gonna go too at this point. So right now, look at that downtrend, the downtrend situation. It looked like it's gonna go lower, to be honest. So be careful. Pinterest, oh man, I don't know. Pinterest is going to be advertisement for this, usually advertisement, right? And if companies are not doing well, they have problem with inflation and stuff, I think this might not be a problem. So if Google do bad, Pinterest probably going to do bad. And look at this, all-time low. This all-time low is like $10. I think it might revisit that. T-Doc. Okay, this one is as bad, right? Same shit, same situation here, downtrend. I mean, I wouldn't play it. I would just wait and watch. Why do I put it? I thought I took this shit out. This one, I mean, is this a rental? I'm not sure. I thought this is a rental. Yeah, it went bankrupt and went back. Oh, there's noise, car noises. I'm sorry. I live in the ghetto, guys. You know. People drive around this time, traveling in the morning, you know, getting back from the club or to the club right now at this point. I'm sorry. This video probably is long as shit. I'm sorry. You know what? I guess you could play both sides if this you want, but I mean at this point, HUD is a rental, right? Called rental. I mean at this point it might do well. It might do well. So just so you know, Mattel at this point, I mean, undetermined, so just watch. But at this point, long term might not be a problem. Las Vegas Sand right here, I mean, this already is a signal. It doesn't look good, and this is going to be the first thing that people are going to cut, right? Discretionary spending. So I mean, right now the chart already looks bad. If anything, I think this quarter I wouldn't play it. This quarter I would just watch and see what they say. But next quarter definitely I want to short this if demand destruction is. I get confirmation. Right now, if anything, I do come in with like smaller size or maybe using different kind of strategy, like maybe calendar put, you know, something like that. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend to do. Cheesecake Factory, I mean, this also discretionary. I'm just here to watch this, undetermined at this point. If anything, downside, you know what? And then this one is United Rental. This is for equipment rental, right, for the construction and stuff. So this might do okay at this point, but at this point this chart is undetermined. Look, Spirit Airlines, see, compared to JetBlue, this one look much better, right? So we'll see. They might do okay and wrap up, but like the other airline has already make a higher high. So this one look like a flag here and might go up, continue based on the earning. And when depend at this point right now, people willing to travel. So it's still good. Like I say, spending is still good. So if you play long side for that possible, if you could set it up for free play by, you know, before the earning. Okay, Twitter at this point, I mean, Elon Musk problem, you know, this setup, nothing to look for. MasterCard, same thing here. At this point, all of them are nearly look the same, undetermined at this point, long-term short. Caterpillar, man, this is crazy. Friday breakdown, dude, this is crazy. You know, I had this, I get to spread it. Luckily I get to spread it. I get out on Friday somewhere, and now my position is free. So if it does move back next week, then I'll get to spread it again with the you know, hopefully the premium gonna kick in. And hopefully we don't get too bad of the market and then drag this whole shit down all the way down here. But right now it look a little bit bullish. I mean, targeting is right here because it did make a high. The only problem is the volume is not that significant right here. You know, I expect them to pull back too because, you know, this area right here. So that's why I did to get a spread one at like 200% in the money. So right now, we'll see what happens. Hopefully the market going to do well on Monday, and then price going to jump back up, and then, you know, the earning come out on Tuesday. You know, that might drag the market down. Will depend how they do, you know. So at this point, I mean, possible, if anything, in the long side because, you know, mining and all that stuff, This might help the cat. McDonald looks somewhat bullish right now. People couldn't buy, go to restaurant. Fast food is still an option, I guess, at this point. Demand destruction drive people to go to McDonald. Possible. So upside if you want to move, but I don't think it moved that much anyway. So this is just to gauge the general market. Man, this one is another sad one. This is already Netflix look alike. Distribution since last year, right? 2 years. Move up distribution, now it's broke under already. So I mean, man, hell, man, this shit might go down all the way here. It doesn't look good, to be honest. If anything, short sign. If you look at, like at this point, discretionary earning, and then they have crypto. Crypto has got murdered too, right? So I don't know. Overstock might not do well. So short side for that if you want to play. See, love make a high here. So right now, I mean, for Southwest, if you want to play long side, you could set up for free. This one is weird. I look into this a bit. This is supposed to be good, right? But like this chart doesn't make it look good. Like people should go to this Domino, maybe not Domino. Domino's still expensive. I go to Caesar, right? $5.50, $5. They move to $5.50, I think. So I mean, if I don't want to go, this is something this might be a short play here, to be honest. It's some my restaurant, right, in some way, because you know what I look into this. I did a short-term uptrend line here. It's broke this already. So right now, I mean, it could move back up to like 454 here, and then continue back down. So right now, I mean, it doesn't look very bullish. It already broke the long-term uptrend, not the long-term, but the uptrend line might have already been broken. So if anything, it could move all the way back up here. If it does move back up here, I would definitely short the stock up here. So that's something to watch out for, something to look for. So at this point, don't play it. I mean, up to you. But if anything, if it do good, I mean, it's possible can do good, and then move up to here, I would definitely short this. This is something to watch for. You know what? I'll put in my freaking note. Sorry guys, I'm doing this like somewhat live with you guys. I mean, this one looked decent. The earning might be good. The PM Philip Morris, they did pretty decent, right? So I mean, the earning might do good here, but they just the market, right? It's already moving up, so pre-earning. So that might long side for this one. And you know, uptrend is still intact here at this point. The only problem, like I said, the volume on the up move is not that much. That's the only thing. Ooh. Chemical energy, no comment on this one. I mean, I thought I took out a lot of this stuff, but I didn't. You know, this is home building. This is already moving down already. This is also Stanley Black & Decker. This is also home building. We'll see how they do. International paper, this is what I want to see if they do well or not, because it's packaging, right? So this is going to be forecasting for demand destruction here. So this is something I want to look into. Okay, Goku, man, this thing is sad. Like I said, this is another Netflix here. If Netflix not doing well, I mean, I don't know how the Google platform works, but technically right now, I don't think it do well. It might continue to move down with the interest rate thing. You know, same story. Intel, I mean, it's been going sideways for the past few years now, since 2018. It's just going sideways. I mean, I don't think it's gonna break under here. It might just gonna continue. It might break out a trend line because this hasn't been doing well compared to other, you know, you know, like compared to AMD and stuff. They didn't do well, so I don't think they're gonna break under this, but we never know. We'll see. But you know, their earnings is quite unpredictable in some way. Okay, US Steel here. This one, the daily chart, right? The uptrend line is still intact at this point. You know, it's still intact even though it broke down here. So at this point, if anything, we might in long-term wise $48 inflation if everything intact. You know, it might. This is where the target is at. All right. So You know, this is just a bullish flag right here, possibly. Okay, because look at the volume. Volume is actually pretty decent. No, I'll take it back. The weekly volume will look decent. But, you know, at this point, if you want to play long, it's possible. Alright, so WDC, this looked fairly decent, better than the Seagate. They're both in the thing, and they look better than the semiconductor too. So we'll see what happened here. No comment. First Solar, same thing at the end page. These are this earning. I should have taken all this out. Oil here. I didn't take a look at this. You know, the uptrend line I think is still intact at this point. We'll see if it's going to break under. Take a weekly here. Okay, weekly. Okay, uptrend line is still definitely intact. So if anything, possibly long. I mean, target might be all the way up here. Damn, people are walking around on the street now. I'm hearing them. So I mean, if anything, long, possibly long. I mean, there might be going to be in this consolidation phase right here. I'm not sure how good the earning going to be. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if it's break above, you could day trade this maybe, or maybe after the result. And if it break above this, then you know that's something long you could go for. Continuation play afterward. Okay. Oh man, this one is already broke on the uptrend line. I mean, it has ramped up right crazily. So at this point, I'll just stay out from this. Just watch. All right, Chevron. Chevron is very similar to the other one. What the heck the other one called? The name is okay, ExxonMobil. Yeah, in some way the chart look very similar, and look at the volume up here. So I mean, this might continue to go up here. This might be a bull flag. You know, look at the volume, like heavy volume, and that bull flag. If it break above this, it's going to continue to go up. So we'll see. We'll have the oil embargo in Europe. That might be a possibility, and that could continue to ramp this up. So possibly upside move here. Just wait. It does look extended. Unless it break out of this level on the earning, then continuation is something I would definitely recommend you to play. And I guess this one last but not least, guy. Man, I'm not sure here. This one, downtrend, uptrend, don't play this. It looks somewhat extended here. I'm surprised this should move up like that so much. You know what? I probably short this one. I'm not probably going to play long. Looks very extended from already 50. You know, people. This is a safety play. People would jump in, but I think healthcare is extended and it's already broke. So if anything, maybe short play for this one because it is already. I think it's already run up. You know, for the earning, and this company, man, the earning is very inconsistent, so you couldn't really play. If anything, I'll play the short side, but beside what I say, that is my opinion. Okay, so anyway, guys, I think this video is really long because I went over a lot of stuff and I gibberish a lot too also. But next week I think it's gonna be a crazy week, and the earning gonna dictate the movement for next week. Okay, so be careful. Don't rush into stuff. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and good luck. Bye.